Welcome to Digging In with the DLCs, where we highlight teachers and staff using digital tools, strategies, and best practices in digital learning. In this episode, we'll explore how the Fowler Middle School librarian, DLC, and science teachers collaborate to make a goose chase. Hello, my name is Pamela Crofoot, and I'm the DLC at Fowler and Nelson Middle School. Today we're going to be talking to the Fowler 8th grade science teachers to discuss how we built a goose chase to introduce their plate tectonics unit. How does Goosechase help you collaborate with teachers?
So Goosechase has been a really incredible tool. When Pamela, our DLC, introduced this to our campus 2 or 3 years ago, it just became such a fun way for she and I to work together and for us to work with teachers that we had really never worked with before. I feel like it's safe to say that we have done multiple goose chases with probably every single subject matter teacher and elective teacher in this building.
What is the librarian's role?
As a teacher in this district, I would highly recommend that you talk to your librarian and talk to your DLC about collaborating to use this wonderful tool. A lot of the work is taken off your plate. For example, when I am planning a lesson for a goose chase, it can take me sometimes up to 8 to 10 hours, which is time that we know that you guys don't have. I'm curating resources from places like Mac and Via, from YouTube, from Learn 360, lots of different resources that we have available that you guys might not have time to go dig through. And vet for quality, and that's what your librarian is here to do for you.
What was your goal with this goose chase?
My goal with this goose chase was for the kids to have time to interface with the curriculum in a way that was more a discovery format for them. That way, when we actually started into the teaching of the unit, they had a little bit of background to kind of hang their thoughts on, but not a tremendous amount, just enough to get interested and excited about it. And that's exactly what happened when we implemented this as an introductory activity. It was really, really fun to watch.
Tell us about Goosechase.
We have been using Goosechase for several years now, and we have found many benefits to using it. Students get to be up, moving, and out of the classroom, which they love doing. Just the hunting down of the Goosechase stations gets them excited and motivated. Each station brings a new surprise for them, which keeps them pushing through the tasks. Students like working with their peers and discussing the answers, which helps our struggling learners. While the method of answering stations can be varied, we most frequently have students submit answers through video. They can answer questions quickly and concisely while still successfully conveying the information. As a teacher, I get the responses almost immediately, so I can give instant feedback to groups that may need to go back to a station and either add to it or change an answer. I even have the option to give bonus points to groups based on what has been submitted, so this encourages students to go beyond just a basic answer. I love seeing their excitement for the Goosechase app and how it helps them progress in the unit. Overall, I highly recommend Goosechase as a tool to be used in the classroom.
Let's dig into Goosechase. To build a goose chase, you need to visit goosechase.com. Once you're there, create a new game. In the game, you need to add missions. The missions are the locations the students will go around the school. When you click Add a New Mission, you have the option of doing a photo mission or a text mission. I always name my missions in numerical order. Give it a point value. This is what makes it exciting for the kids to hurry up and get through the game so they get more points and they can win on the leaderboard. On the mission description, what I do is do a funny little thing of where they should go in the school. So the next place you'll look is a place where you'll find a book. So outside the library, you would find a sign that they're supposed to do with their mission. Save. So you can see here, I have several missions ready to go. Here are the mission signs that will be hanging up around the school. They usually always have a QR code, and they have questions that you need to answer.
So you scan the QR code and it gives you a video to watch and it gives you the answers to these questions.
Hey y'all, my name is Justin Wu and I'm an 8th grade science teacher at Fowler Middle School. Today, I'm going to walk you through the different steps and different tools that are available on Goosechase to enable you as a teacher to assess your students' knowledge on different concepts and materials. In just a few seconds, please follow me along as we walk through them together. There are many different tools, functions, and abilities that are available on Goosechase. However, the ability to provide instant feedback to your students is one of the greatest ones. This will not only enable the students to know whether they had submitted or answered the questions correctly, but will also allow you to assess their knowledge of the concepts at hand instantaneously. By clicking on the activity feedback toggle on the left side of the screen, you will be able to see all the different submissions that your students have made. Whether they're shorthanded answers or recordings of your students announcing the answers, you can view them the second they are submitted. The great thing about Goosechase is that you can also provide automatic responses that they'll get instantaneously. Like the answer? Give it some extra points. Answer might be wrong. Delete their submissions and state what they can do better. The students will receive the messages on their end the minute you hit the button. Lastly, Goosechase also has the leaderboard option that allows you to see all the different teams in which your students are in. It sees all their rankings and their total points. In addition to that, you can also send messages to each group individually. While at it, Goosechase also has the option to manually adjust different scores. Think a team deserves more score? Go ahead and shoot it through.
What did you feel was successful about this Goosechase?
Okay, what was successful about this was the kids did leave excited. The face-to-face kids, watching them in the hall, they're desperate to interact with each other, and they got to do that. So between the socialization and the background information and getting excited about the topic, both the virtual academy and face-to-face kids were equally, they just benefited from this. It's a great way to start a unit.
And that wraps up this episode of Digging In with the DLCs. We want to thank these awesome teachers at Fowler, Anne Fry, Eric Peterson, Justin Wu, and Mandy LaFerrier for sharing their expertise with using Goosechase. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something that you can take back to your classroom.